Well, hey there, everybody. It's Chris from the Rate the Record podcast, and yep, it's time for another new music review. A bunch of new songs have come out in the last couple of weeks since I'd last done one of these. I've chosen 4 of them specifically to talk about. I have opinions on them. I want to hear your opinions on them. That's how this whole thing works. But first, I will step over here to remind you that if you like what you see and or hear today, there's one thing, a bunch of things, or all the things I'm about to list that you can do to help show your support for the show. Like, subscribe, rate, share, comment, and follow. 6 quick, free, easy things you can literally do right now. Super cool of you to do that. Thank you very much. Without further ado, let's talk about music. First up on the list today, we have Alice Glass, obviously formerly of Crystal Castles. That was a long ago story, though, that didn't really end all that well. So Alice Glass has been doing solo for quite a while, and Catch and Release is the brand new song she just dropped. Glitchy, fast, hard beats all over this one. Something of like an electro club bop we got going on with this one. The sound was definitely a lot more fuller than I expected, but then again, I don't really know what I was expecting, because I'm not so familiar with Alice Glass's solo work. I feel like a lot of the fullness of the song came from like the echoing synths that did a really good job of filling up all the gaps. Just, I don't know, a far more fuller production when it could have been like more minimal hard beat, but here we are. It's very quick and to the point too. We're talking around 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and it flies by really quickly on the pulse of this song, because as I said, it's just fast, dancey, hard track. I mean, it just goes right by, so not bad, eh? Overall, it's a fun track. I can definitely say that. It's nothing too outstanding, but at the same time, nothing really wrong with it either, so hey, good stuff, check it out. Next up on the list, Deftones are back. Brand new album on the way. First song for that album just dropped. My Mind is a Mountain. A lot of great things going on in this one that you can usually expect from a Deftones track. We're talking like a lot of those like weird and off guitar chords and riffs that they usually use. Great sonic textures, and Chino sounding pretty solid on the mix too in both the quieter and louder vocal portions. Just hasn't really missed a beat. Excellent production in this track too. Really great mix, and it actually gives a lot of atmosphere to this track despite how heavy it is. So I mean, you have a lot to take in because of that. And I'll say too, it's actually surprisingly short given it's a Deftones track. It probably could have kept going and I would have been fine with it. I know the average Deftones song falls around like at least the 4-minute range, definitely shorter than that, so that caught me off guard a little bit, but at the same time, I liked what was given to me in this time. And overall, what a place to leave it. I can say this song is pretty good. I actually liked a lot about this one, and I think it sounds great, like all over, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to other snippets of this album that are sure to be dropping in the near future. And of course, when the album does, I'm really looking forward to listening to that. I might even do it on the podcast, who knows? Gotta wait and see. Number 3 on the list today, we have the band Of Mice and Men. Brand new song just dropped called Wake Up. Texturally, there is a lot that I really like about this one. From the punchy drums to the really airy guitars that fall right into the back of the mix, but it acts as a really good atmosphere. The vocal harmonies are really nice. This song is just layered really, really well. Although I think one of the things I'm going to pick out of this track to maybe have some sort of complaint about is the compression that goes on in the mix. It just kind of gives that part of the production something of a weaker quality to it. It just feels like some of it's being pushed back. I know it's like trying to balance the mix a little more, but I don't know, there's just something about certain parts of the song that just feel a little underwhelming. I still like this song as a whole though. I mean, like everything rolls out smooth enough at the very least. But I think the bigger issue here is not only the compression, but there's nothing really about this song that will make me remember it. As much as I enjoyed what I heard, I probably wouldn't be able to recall anything from the song a week from now. So, I don't know, it's unfortunate because there were some decent things going on here. And overall, I'll just say, you know, the song is fine. I have problems with some of the production on it, and just the fact that I'm likely not going to remember this by the end of the week or even the beginning of next week. It just doesn't feel like there was enough in the end, which is, again, too bad because I did like my time with it. And finally, I actually get to geek out for once on the new music review. For the first time since I started this channel, I finally get to bring a 9 Inch Nails track to the new music review. Brand new song, literally dropped today as I was writing out the reviews. The 9 Inch Nails song just appeared out of nowhere, and I was like, of course I'm going to put it on the NMR. It's called As Alive As You Need Me To Be. This is the first new 9 Inch Nails since 2020's Ghost 5 and 6, and the first single since 2018's God Break Down the Door from Bad Witch. And that song was just like a crazy, experimental, fast-paced, psychedelic song. Like, there was a lot to take in with that one. So this one coming out was just complete, like, 180, like, super focused, super clean powerhouse. Keep in mind too that considering that the next Nine Inch Nails album technically is the Tron soundtrack, it's no surprise that this song is going to be absolutely just aggro tech and EBM drenched. You have these crunchy and bassy synths, that hard electro industrial dance beat, and like a heavy amount of vocal processing sprinkled in every once in a while. Definitely gives you a lot to really have to consume. And the chorus definitely ups the ante a little more too. It's very enjoyable. I mean, it's still growing on me as we speak, but at the same time, it has this very Heresy and Love Is Not Enough style to the synths in it and the progressions and everything like that. Obviously, 2 previous tracks from 2 previous albums. So it's nice to see these little callbacks still fitting into this new hard modern track. Also worth noting too is that DJ and current tour opener for the Peel It Back tour, Boys Noise, is actually featured in this track. Technically, it's not credited like on its face, but apparently he did work on this track, which makes sense considering the style that it's in, and it actually works pretty well. I don't mind agrotech. I like EBM. I like it in like certain amounts. So this track is kind of growing on me a little bit, but at the same time, like, you can definitely tell it was like a DJ style track. An absolute club banger, like dark club banger, goth club banger, EBM, whatever the hell you want to talk. It's that kind of banger. And also, Trent is actually sounding pretty solid in this song. And I'm not just saying this biasly because I like Nine Inch Nails a lot, but I mean, he legitimately is giving a pretty damn good performance here. Just like Chino hasn't really missed a beat. Super fits the mood and just the atmosphere of the entire track. Sounds fantastic. Overall, as I said, it's a banger for sure. I'm not gonna lie, it's still growing on me, and it probably will. I mean, other Nine Inch Nails singles that have come out in the past, some of them have taken a while to grow on me, like the song Came Back Haunted when that came out. That took a while, but it eventually did, and I think this one's gonna do the same thing. And yeah, this Nine Inch Nails Tron album should be pretty interesting overall. And apparently there's gonna be 24 songs on it, so you'll be eating pretty good. And also on top of that, apparently there's a separate Nine Inch Nails album dropping either later this year or early next, so we have plenty to look forward to, and good news to me because that means I could just put more Nine Inch Nails on the new music review in the near future. Okay, I'm done, I promise. I tried to keep that part as short as I could, and that is actually the end of the new music review this week, so thank you very much for joining me, hanging out and listening to these songs, and if you did indeed listen to these songs, please let me know down in the comments below of what you thought about these tracks. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Do you agree or disagree with me? What new songs are you listening to recently? What are you really digging? Again, all that and more, you can let me know down in the comments below. And of course, you can find all the places to let me know your opinions over on ratetherecord.ca. That is ratetherecord.ca. Streaming links, social media links, the album chart for the podcast, and of course the RTR Club, $3 a month. Optional way to support the show. You get some bonus stuff. I'm not going to dig into it right now, but you can check it out at ratetherecord.ca. I'm going to dig into some channel news now, if that's okay, but if you want to tune out, that's fine. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you again next time. And if you're still here, that means you want to hear the channel news. Fantastic, because I actually have things to talk about this week. Some really big things. And first off, starting off with the video that just came out earlier this week. The first ILTS video, the I Love This Song series, is back. The first one in over a year finally dropped. It went through some rewrites. The song even changed because I had a hard time writing for another song. But the one I have now, it just dropped on Wednesday. It is for Idol's song Colossus, which of course I believe it was episode 95 when we took a look at that album Joy as an Act of Resistance. And Colossus was a huge song for me when we did that review. And I've always loved that song ever since I've heard it. So of course I had to show it some love and give it that big spotlight like I usually do. A lot of time and a lot of preparation and a lot of production went into that. So I would really, really appreciate it if you checked it out. I'm very proud of the way it turned out, and just, it's fantastic. I keep improving those styles of videos every time I do them, so please go ahead, if you have a moment, give it a watch, because it's only like 10 minutes long anyways. It's not that long, so perfect short content to be able to consume. And of course, the podcast itself is gearing for a comeback very, very soon. Late July, early August, still don't have an exact date, but I am prepping. I am starting to think about the albums that I want to do. And remember, it's not going to be weekly anymore. It's just going to be when I can get it out. I want it to at least be bi-weekly, but we will see. No promises on that, but just the idea is when I'm comfortable to have one out, I will do it. I'll try to keep it frequent enough. But yes, the podcast is coming back very excited to do that. Very happy to be able to get into it on a more casual basis. So maybe that'll make me thrive and, want to do more and more for an extended period of time. And just one last thing too, something worth noting. Speaking of the podcast coming back and ILTS coming back, something new is coming very soon, actually. An infrequent series that I've decided to start, and I've already recorded the first episode for it, and to be honest, it was actually really fun and way easier than I thought it was going to be, so I'm excited to move forward with it. It comes in next week. The basic concept behind it is that I will take a band or an artist, any of my choice. Chances are it's going to be ones that I'm very familiar with and everything like that. I find their most streamed songs of all time. There's a website I actually go to that gives you this hard data and everything like that. And then I listen to all the top 16 songs that I can find, and then I rank them myself. Despite how popular they are on certain streaming sites, I will rank them myself in a tier ranking system. These aren't going to be as long as the podcast. They're going to be much shorter and a lot more fun and off the cuff as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. First episode debuts next week. I'm excited. Keep an eye on social media because I'll probably post about it very, very soon. And now that's all I have. I'm actually done speaking now. So one more time, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. And until I see you next time, go listen to even more awesome music. Take care, friends.